Hello everybody, we are back again with the Crafty Bunch on Facebook, and I am streaming today into Facebook, into that group, and then also onto my YouTube channel. So if you see, if you hear me making comments responding to somebody that you don't see in the comments, then you'll know why. But I can see comments from both places. Welcome today. And if you're on Facebook and you don't see the little red live button, let me know that you were here. And I'd love to know where all of you are watching from today as you come in. And so today we're going to have some fun. Following me is going to be Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. Oh, and that reminds me, I need to go ahead and put a pin into a link for Jeannie in case you don't know where she is, and you can get there real quick. So let me do that real quick. What have you guys been up to today? It is a hot one in Texas, I can tell you that. Very hot. So I know we're all going to get tired of everybody telling how hot it is everywhere they are, right? But I don't know. I think that it's going to be a thing until it's over. There we go. Okay, I got that pinned. So now I can see the comments rolling in over there too. But yeah, so today is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm Christy at My Artful Adventures. I do a lot of paper crafting, which includes all kinds of things like cards and journal making, scrapbook pages, all kinds of good things, some mixed media. But I just like to have fun. I like to make anything if it's out of paper. So thanks for joining me today. Again, we're in the Crafty Bunch today, and if you haven't been in, if you haven't gone over there, go over on Facebook. It's a no-cost group, and it's a fun place to be. There's lots of creators there doing all kinds of things. Hi, Kim, welcome. So today I am going to make, our theme is going on a trip, and so I'm going to make a journal, a travel journal, which is just going to be made with some envelopes. So anybody could do this. It was so super simple. Now I'm going to add some other things to it so that, so it looks a little bit more put together, but it's still, promise, it's not hard. So we are going to do that in just a second. Let me do another couple things here and clear off my desk before I get you down there to the workspace. So we've been having so many things today. I haven't been able to watch everybody yet, but I did see Lisa from Lisa's Craft House. She was making a really fun, she was putting some paper in a shelf, some kind of travel themed paper, and it was going to be a place where you could put your your trip memorabilia from vacation, trip, whatever. So that was fun. I loved that. Jimmy Lou was working on a fun little travel journal, and so that has been fun. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. Hello, Missy is here, and Kim and Sue. Good morning. Well, yes, no, it's not morning. Good day. I should just start practicing. Good day, and then I'll have myself covered either way, right? So I guess we better get going here. But we're going to make a fun little envelope journal, and this is going to be a little bit different. Oh my goodness, I almost hit the finish button instead of where I was trying to click. That would have been bad news, right? Okay, so first what we need is we're going to use some fabric for the spine. And so I just ripped it. You could cut it, but if you're just going to cut raw edges anyway, you have a chance of them fraying. So I just decided to go ahead and rip it anyway. So if you aren't used to ripping fabric and you don't have a lot of fabrics, one of the things you can do is places that sell fabric, or even sometimes places that don't, and they just have a little bit in their craft area, they call it a fat quarter. And so it's like a quarter of a yard of fabric, and probably a few inches more, I think is why they became popular for quilters. Hey Jeannie, Jeannie's gonna be up next. She's pinned in the comments on Facebook. Linda's here, Deborah, Penny, Regina. Hey everybody is coming on in. So if you're not familiar with how to rip fabric, all you have to do is you just take, let me see which way I was doing it before. This, I'm just going to continue that way. And the only reason I started ripping it from this side was because it was going to be a piece long enough to do the spine, and that was the only reason. But all you have to do is to rip one is just take your scissors and make a little snip however wide you want it, and then you just start pulling. Just rip it. Just rip it. I mean, literally, you're ripping the fabric, and that's all there is to it. Actually, I think I made that, I just randomly cut that, and that'll be a nice, if I decide to do this again, that'll be perfect for another spine. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's my piece I cut for my spine, and it's, let's see, it's a couple inches wide, maybe 2 1/4. So that's what's gonna be down the back for the spine. And this gingham is, you know, it's the same on both sides. It's a woven fabric. You have two kinds of fabrics basically. The kind that are woven and your design is on both sides because it's through and through the fabric. And then there are things that are printed on one side. And so those definitely have a right side and wrong side. And so that's kind of nice when you're crafting and you don't even have to remember which was the right side, because I tell you what, sewing or crafting, it's inevitable that you're gonna make a boo-boo. That's just the way it is. So what we're gonna do is then I also have made myself something to use for a tie. And I didn't think that one length of it might be long enough. It might have been, but I just cut another one. I just ripped another one, and I just glued them together. I'm just using the Fabri-Tac glue because that is great on fabric, and it also works for paper, so that's gonna be perfect. Okay, hey Kathleen. Yeah, this is a little bit different than how we've done some envelopes before. So you can, and I've done these because this is going to be the cover. This will be the cover, and so I've already gone ahead and inked the edges of them, okay? So we can still ink edges, but this way, you know, we'll get through basically the main part of putting it together so you can see that. So what we want to do is we're going to place these here, and I want my envelopes to sit in a place where this can go down, and I've got plenty here because I can, you know, put it up in here. I want my, I want this edge to come almost to the bottom, just because I think it'll be less obvious that it ends there. So I'm going to put that there. And so if this is going to sit right here, I want, let's see, here's a paper clip. Let me use this real quick so I can, that's a weird paper clip. You know what? Let me put it on this side. This will be easier for me. Since I'm right-handed, I can stick it on here better. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. There we go. I got it. All I want this on here right now is so I can kind of determine where I want my my piece that's going to be the tie. So I want it kind of in the middle. Now look, that's so easy to figure out where your middle is going to be because it's where the point of the envelope is. Super. Okay, so I can get rid of that for now. And let's put a little glue down here and get this baby stuck down. So I'm just going to raise up one side at a time. And I just want it in here. I don't really care if it's completely glued down. Well, I do, because the next piece is going to have to go on top. I'm going to put my envelopes on there. So yeah, let's make sure that we've got it glued all the way across. Otherwise, it will be kind of loose and kind of loosey-goosey. All right. Yeah, this is going to be different. Don't you love doing different things instead of the same old, same old? You know, it's fun to do the same old thing because we're used to it. We know how it's going to work. You know, I wish, that is going to mess up. Let me grab one of my Teflon sheets. I don't know where my favorite one is. That's kind of annoying. Oh, I see it. Ta-da! You guys, this is my favorite one. is this one from Close to My Heart, because it's a little bit tacky on the back, and so it will lay down and kind of stick. It doesn't slide all around. So that is my favorite. Okay. All right, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start, and we need 6 envelopes. I just have 2 out here. I just thought I would get started, and then we'll add the other ones. And you want these facing outward. The points of these envelopes need to go out this way, like that, okay? And I'm just going to put a little bit of our glue across the bottom, only the bottom. That's all I need. If you get it more than that, you're going to have trouble getting it to move anywhere. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Just get a little bit of that glue out here. Alrighty, and I'm just going to put that down here. Kind of keep your ribbon as straight as you can there. And then we're going to lay this down so this is in the middle. And I want this kind of in the middle. That looks about right. Okay. That's kind of easy to get it lined up because you've got the all those little checks are in a line, right? Okay, so we got that. So let's do the other side. Now, I did not need to make the... Did I do that right? This probably could have used a little bit more inking on that part, but we could do that later. I tell you, it was kind of funny. I started inking this, and I thought, well, so nobody's even going to see that. Nobody's going to see that part. Do you find yourself doing that when you're gluing things sometimes? And so we just want about 1/4 of an inch or so right there. That's just going to be your spine. Okay? So that'll be our spine. Now what we want to do, and you can leave these open, leave them closed, whatever you want to do. I tell you, I kind of wish this was a brand new bottle, and I sort of wish I would have just gotten a smaller one. That way if I forget and I leave my lid off, then I don't have my whole big bottle. But I like to use my coupons for that, so I had to run over to Joann's and grab one of those. Okay, so now we need 2 more. 2 on this side and 2 on this side. And you can see... Look, and this was why I decided to use some blue, is because they were security envelopes. Just use what you have. It doesn't really matter. Any size envelope will work, right? And so because these are, how wide are these? Let me pop it up here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know what happened. So all we've done is we've added we're going to add 2 more envelopes on top of that, okay? That was disappointing. I haven't had something like that happen in a long time. I tell you what, though, they're asking everyone to reduce their power usage from 2 to 8 on these days that are so hot, trying to keep the power grid open. My daughter laughed. She says maybe they should work on their power situation instead of building all the roads. But I told her, I said, well, I think they need both. With the number of people that are supposed to be coming to Texas over the next few years, I think they need both. We're going to have way more roads. So Estella's here, Robin, Carrie. Hey, you guys. Let's see, anybody else I didn't see? Robin. You guys, thanks for joining me. We're doing something a little bit different today. And up after me is Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. Yeah, it told me that I'd had an internet problem, and did I want to keep on? And I said, yes please. Hey Deborah, how are you? I'm fine. Hope you're doing okay. Let's see, let me see what time it is. I'll just put that on there. Give it a little bit of glue. Okay, and then just pop it on, and there we go. Okay, now then, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap our spine around, right like this. And on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to put my glue on my fabric this time. Not my, yeah, it's fabric. I started saying, no, it's not fabric, it's ribbon, but no, it is. So we're just going to give it a good little bit of glue everywhere. And then something I've learned, and I'm going to do this side too. Actually, shoot, I wish I would have paid attention here. I need this to go down there. It's almost all the way. I'm just going to clip this off about an inch to about an inch or inch and a half, something like that. And put that up because the other one is going to come down on top of that. So just put our glue. Oh, this glue is so sticky. But that's good for a glue, right? And let me smear it down a little bit. Okay. Let me do it over here too. Shoot, I didn't. That way, if you smooth it down a little bit, it's gonna give you a smoother thing than the little lumpy glue things that you get. Okay, and then just pat it down, smooth it out, get it down there good. And then I want to, let's see, where's my ruler? Let's use our ruler and really smash it in here good, kind of in our spine there. Okay, so there we've got all these little pockets. Oh, I got dirty glue. So now we've got all these little pockets right here. And they're not necessarily, you don't have to have them like really bend and fold as much as with some of the other ways that we do our albums. It's mostly just meant to be our little pockets like this. And then it will fold in half though. So it's, like I said, it's a little bit different. Okay, now on the front, let's decorate the front. So since it's a travel journal, it's kind of showing through, but you know, that's the way it is. Look what I got, you guys. We have a place called Half Price Books. I don't know if you do or not. And they sell used things. They have new too, but they sell, people can take stuff in and sell their stuff. And this is just a page from one of those. And what I tried to do was it's from, what is this? This must be Nebraska. I see Grand Island and Lincoln. Yep, there's Nebraska. I tried to find something that the white part would, or you know, this part of the map could cover both sides. And so this looked like it would do it. And I am just going to trim off. What do you think, you guys? Should I do tearing? Should we do a tear method? Should I rip it against my ruler, or should I just cut it with the paper trimmer? Hey, Tanya, how are you? And Jenny's here. Welcome. No, I think, yeah, Jenny, I think it was something on my end, which is so seldom, but yeah, I think it was me. Sad to say. Tear. Okay, we got a couple of tears. Linda says tear. Tanya says tear. What else you guys think? Any more votes for tear or cut? Yep, Estella says the ruler. Rip it, says Tamara. Yeah, just rip it. Just like the fabric, right? Just rip it. Okay, let's just rip it then. Now I might have to... You guys, why do I always feel when I get ready to rip or something, I feel like I have, I don't know, like I've never ripped or torn anything or anything else. So this is going to be, we'll see. Let's see how this, I might have to move it over a little bit. I don't think I can do that. You know what though? Hey, I got an idea. Let's just cut this off here because it can tuck in under the fabric from the spine that we made the spine, so I can get those things cut off super easy. Ta-da! Wasn't that a great idea? Okay, so how wide do we need it? We need it to be, and that part can go under. We need to trim it about, let's go ahead and rip it here. Rip it, rip it. And is it straight? You know, I probably should make, since it's got kind of a design on the front, I do kind of want to make sure that it's straight. So I can use my grid marks up on my other mat there and kind of line that up. Okay, that looks more, I don't know, why do those, well, you know, I guess all roads don't really have to go due east and due west and north and south, right? You would think they would be. Hang on a second, I gotta look here, because that's gonna really be irritating. Okay, so, well, I don't know. No, because the bottom of that state, it's just this state. So Nebraska is not straight. Because look how much wider it is. It's just a little bit, but it's wider down here than it is up here. Okay, good to know. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and rip this now. Okay. And then let's rip another one about the same size. And then we will rip the two ends, because we're going to have 3 sides that show, 3 edges that show, right? You guys, I just looked up to see what time it was. Seems like I've gotten a lot done in not very much time, which that's always nice, right? You know what, and this would be fun if you use, oh, I didn't even finish telling you about the half-price books. So you can get all these, they've got all these things, and it's kind of like a library, because a lot of them are in different categories, and you can get these. This came from a road atlas, and I've gotten 2 of them now. I paid $3 for the whole road atlas, and you know, $3 for a whole bunch of papers that you can use. Yeah, I maybe could have bought it at something like a garage sale, or you know, something like that, and paid less. But you know, when it's something you know that you're going to use, and those travel atlases are not cheap. I mean, if you buy them new, they are not cheap. So I thought, I didn't mind paying that $3. I've been able to pick up some hymnals, and I think, you know, that's a great thing. What else have I bought? I've bought several things like that. So, you know, that's always a great place to look for something. But, oh, what I was going to say is, how fun would it be to make one of these? If you know where you're going, and why, I know we're going to, you know, travel around and do some things here in Texas, and why I didn't just go straight to the Texas one and do this, I have no clue. Let's see. Which way shall we put it? Shall we put it, okay, tell me this. Should we put Lincoln to the top, so then the words are all visible this way, they read right this way? Should I do it this way? Or this is kind of backwards. What do you think? What do you guys think? Put it to where it's readable. Hey, Angie. Welcome, welcome. What do you guys think? I kind of like it better with it turned with Lincoln to the top, right? I like it better that way. What do you guys think? Lincoln at the top? Hey, Lisa. Yeah, I like it that way too, Estella. I think that's the best way. Carrie, yep, I agree. I love doing group crafting where we can talk about it and make a decision. Okay, so let's go ahead. I don't know though. Maybe Okay, I'm going to just put some, I don't know, sometimes when I'm doing something like this, I debate whether it's going to be better to put the glue on and then get it in there, especially if you've got something you're putting it under, or just you know, glue part of it down and then raise it up. I think I'll do this though, because then I can kind of smooth this out a little bit. It's kind of lumpy. Okay, so we're gonna put Lincoln Goes at the top. So let's just slide it in here. That's not gonna slide. Okay, I need some at the edge over here. Oh my goodness. Let me get that down there. And then raise this up. Oh, I got it. I think I got it. There we go. So just smooth that down. Well, I am going to have to squeeze some of this in here after all. So just a little bit along here so it's closer to the edge. Okay, let me grab my little spoon and smooth it. Smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. All right. Put that down. Oops, this guy got turned under here. Ah! His fray isn't gonna show. Get out of there. Untuck it. We're always tucking things in, and I gotta get this untucked. Oh my goodness. I already have glue all over me. There we go. I could always go back and put a little more down. Okay, so we got that one down. And let's do this one. Whoops. Huh. There's something my granddaughter made when she was tiny. And my daughter was asking me, could I just, let's put another big city at the top. We can get Council Bluffs and Omaha. Oh my goodness. Maritza, hello. Welcome, welcome. It's so nice to have you. I love making new crafty friends all the time. Okay, and then again, gonna trim this off. So right about here. And one thing about it, you know, you're not gonna see the front and the back at the same time, right? So if it's a dab off, if it's just a tiny bit off, it's not gonna matter. Okay, so here's the top. There's the top, but I'm gonna turn it around. So I gotta remember this is the top. All right, put that in there. You know what? I tell you what, I am not going to put glue clear along this side that goes deep in there because, oh no. Let's see, do I have room to cut that off? Oh, that side doesn't matter anyway. No, this has to be the top down here. Nope, it doesn't. Wait, oh my goodness, you guys. So if we've got it readable from that direction, then it needs to go this way. And my torn sign is over there. Okay, got it. Oh, look how much planning goes into it. All the planning, you guys. Okay, so now let's get some glue on here. You know, I use that other glue all the time, that reptile glue. I'm almost out. And I hope that it's not one of those kinds of glues that they don't like to ship because of, you know, weather extremes. So anyway, since I had fabric to do, I just decided to go ahead and grab another bottle of Fabri-Tac and just go with that today. But Yeah, normally I would just use the other one all the time. Okay, now tuck it in here. This will be easier to slide in. Okay, and do I have that right? There's the front, there's the top. Okay. Yes. Just do a quick double check. Oh, that was a lot easier, you guys, to just get it in there like that to slide it in. Woohoo! Got it in. Oh, do you guys have any trips planned, actually? Who's going somewhere soon? Or have you just come back from somewhere soon? I am interested. I would really like to know. Okay, so now just a little bit more glue along here to get it stuck down. I don't even know if I'm going to use my spoon. I think I'll just try to press it down. Ew, what is that? That's got a little stain. I don't know what that's from. Okay. Now when I ripped it, you know, it kind of, if you need it to be really straight, oh, it's the stuff I can see through. I thought I had some kind of like a little red stain or something right there. It's something you can see through from the map. That's what that is. Okay, so now we've got this. We've made our little ties, and if there's little things like this, you might want to pull them off on your ties because they'll just get kind of tangled. So I don't really want those on my ties. I thought about using some sari ribbon. I love that bundle of sari silk ribbon that I got. There's just enough colors in it that I can use it for almost anything. I could get the lid back on my glue. That's almost like an emergency all the time, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and tie it so I know how long to leave it. Or, I mean, you know, you could even leave it really long and wrap it and have your tie on the back side, which would be kind of fun. Tie it back here like this. I don't know, that's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of a lot. That's a lot. But you could. Maybe I'll just leave it for now. Though that's kind of cute on the spine, right? Have your tie back there on the spine. That's not bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit more inking. You don't have to ink all of it before you start. We talked about that before. Oh, that ink was, oh, it's a good thing I opened it up. That glue was starting to seep through there and was just about to glue all of that. That would not be good. Okay, so I've got a couple of scraps of paper over here to use. And I just want to ink up my edges. And this is some of the Ranger Distress Oxide. I like this. Distress Oxide inks are part, they're like part dye-based ink and part pigment ink. And so they're a little bit juicier, so to speak. And I like them for adding, you know, color and stuff because they just go on so smooth. Now, the one thing about them is if you're using them for other kinds of art projects and stuff, you can add water to them and they're water reactive and they look totally different. It's like an oxide, and that's why I think they named them that. Imagine that. Having a reason you named something. And so with the it just looks like it's got some kind of a patina or something when you do that. Awesome craft. Leave it long. Hey, Mary. I got two Marys there watching. Yeah, thanks, Mary Miller, Mary White, Trisha Hodge. Oh, she's tagging somebody, I guess. Awesome craft. Leave it long. Yeah, I think so. I kind of like that better than I thought I would. And this you can just pop in here to do these edges. you're just kind of using it to mask what's already done, or mask where you don't want to get ink. But because this is partly pigment ink, it just is just a more smooth ink. So I like using them. And I like the fact that they're, you know, water reactive and you can do other stuff to them. We should talk about that one day. Who would be interested in learning more about that? And then let's add some along. Well, let me put it here. So just, you know, keep using your, this is just a piece of printer paper is all. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just adding some color along the edge. Now, I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you what color it was? It's called, oh, you can probably, oh no, it's out of the picture. Faded Jeans. Isn't that a good name? I love the things of color. Whoever names color, I especially like OPI nail polish color names. They are sometimes hysterical and very creative. Whoever does those, I would love to sit in a room while they dream up the names. I just think that would be so fun as they come up with that crazy stuff. While the girls were here, we went and we had pedicures done, and the nail polish I got blue, which is not, well, look how appropriate. I'm using blue now. But I just thought, I just want to do something fun. Just something different and fun. And it was called, which was such a weird name for a blue, but it was called Dining Al Fresco. Now, why they named it that, I don't know. Now I am going to go ahead and put a little bit on here. Just because, you know, you could see it. Just like giving a little color to all my edges. And this is messy. If you like to do neat, you could do a neater method. What that would be, I don't know, because I don't do the neat. I just want to give it some color. So this is why, you know, with just a plain envelope, you've got a way to jazz it up to give it some color. And so I'm just going to turn it again and do this edge as well. So all the edges are done that you can see. All of them that you are, you know, yeah, we don't have to do that inside. The bottoms of the envelopes aren't going to show. And so I think the first one I did, so we could start with the covers, the first ones, I think I completely didn't even think about that. And I was inking the bottoms. Texas Breeze, howdy. How are ya? Okay. Oh. All right. And I got when I ran to get some fabric, I thought about using some lace. If you guys do this and you use a length of lace to do this, like a lace ribbon, you know, I would be very careful from what just happened now. Which, I mean, you could use it and you'd see a little bit through it. You'd be able to see, you know, where the edge of your envelope is probably. But if you do that, don't do anything else. Don't fold it over to work on it anymore until it's dry. Because luckily, when I opened it, it wasn't completely adhered to each other. So make sure that you leave it open if you decide to use something like a lace ribbon. That would have been bad news. Otherwise, I like it. What do you think about the little map cover? I think that's cute. And it's got little phrase on it, and it's not perfect. And we didn't rip too, you know, using a ruler, and the paper is fairly thin. It's not, oh, I just saw Carrie's comment. She says that OPI is customer named. That is such a fun thing to know. I got to go back in here and read. You see what I'm doing. Let me see. Mary White says this would be a good organizer idea for saving money. Oh, yeah, I like that. Or you could even do coupons in it. if you wanted to. There's lots of things. But if you already had one of these ready, if you went on a trip, you could put little papers, you know, write down little notes. Something else almost stuck. You could have little notes, stick some little papers in there so you've got some note paper while you're gone, because that is something that, you know, you might not have access to real readily. So have some paper for notes in it. And oh, thanks guys. Thanks. I had no idea that OPI colors were customer named. That is so fun to know. How do you know that? I tell you, the things we all know collectively, we are one smart bunch, right? Ladies are a smart bunch anyway. And the guys too. But since most of us are usually ladies watching these, I can gear that towards us, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little more here. Just keep adding the color and just go through. And can you believe how many edges there are on only 6 envelopes, you guys? And I guess, you know, if you really wanted to, you could add more envelopes. I mean, there's no rules. Nobody is going to come check and see that you added 4 on each side. I'm certainly not. There is no craft police. I'm here to tell you that. Oh, Carrie says she's been a nail tech for 30 years. They give the collection a name and take suggestions for individual color names. That is so cool, Carrie. I am so glad to know that, because I've always thought that was fun. Fun names. That's funny. So, Carrie, do you think do you know, do they already have like the colors and then the people give them the names? Or do they take suggestions for both a color and a name? Curious minds want to know. Jeannie's palette is going to be up next after me, you guys. And I pinned a link to her page there. You guys, the only thing I am concerned about with this method is this gummed adhesive on there. Don't get it wet if you don't want to have your envelope stuck closed. That would be terrible. That would be no fun. No bueno. They have the colors, then take suggestions for the names. That is so cool. I love knowing that. My girls and I have always laughed about that and thought that was so fun. Now I can tell them. I can tell them something else now. Look how smart I can be. Moms should always be smart, right? And still provide the info. We have 3 girls. They're all grown. 3 girls and 2 granddaughters, 1 grandson, and 1 great-grandson. I tell you, that's hard to believe. One time I was telling somebody something about, I can't remember what she was saying, and I said that I was a great-grandma, and she goes, I'm sure you are a great-grandma. I go, no, that's not what I meant. I meant I have a great-grandchild. It was so funny. I tell you, it is not hard to miscommunicate, is it? Unfortunately. It's a very unfortunate thing. Okay, so we are just getting this all inked, and I'll just, finish that up, and I've got it all ready. I think this was fun. I like doing this. This is the first time I've done one like this. Very fun. Cute idea. If I say so myself. So we are just almost to the end of the time. Hey, Susan Wells. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Thanks for all of you who shared me out. I hope to see you again. I don't have any scheduled lives for the rest of this week. And I think a lot of July, I think I am slowing down. I've got a whole bunch of things going on. I will probably just be doing some most of the lives I do will probably just be myself, not in an event. And so we have so many events, though. People are watching all the things on the events. So I don't know. I hope if I send something out and you see that that I'm going to be live, I hope some of you will join me. As always, I am so thankful to be a crafty friend with you and have really enjoyed this. So you guys go off. Let's see what Jeannie is going to make. She does those paint pours, and watching her make that stuff is just so fun. I love it. I would love to do that too. But, you know, there's always so many hours in a day, you guys. Have fun. Be safe. Stay cool. Stay dry. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.